Okay, this is I don't know how many, but I'm just gonna try to make a quick video. I don't usually make videos like this, so bear with me. And I'm still trying to understand what it is I'm trying to say. But I was just spending time with God, and I feel like He wanted me to post this to help other people and help other people understand what He's saying. And, it helps me understand what I'm saying more when I say it out loud, which is funny. But anyways, so I was talking with him about like lies that we believe about ourselves, that I believe about myself, that I didn't even realize I was believing, because it kind of just, I don't know, our thoughts kind of just play in our head. Anyways, and so I was talking to him about that, and I got a vision of a file cabinet, just like, in a room by itself, just a file cabinet with like white walls. If you watched Bruce Almighty, he goes into the white room and there's that file cabinet of everything he's ever said and done and whatever, and the drawer's like pulling out, and it's really long. Anyways, it was just a file cabinet, and the file cabinet represents like our minds and like the things that we believe. And so and maybe it was just everything we believed, or if it was just lies, like just lies in our head. And so there was a whole file cabinet, like just full of lies that we believe, that I believe, that you don't even realize that you're believing until, I don't know, like you really think about it. And so I was working last night, I was at a stoplight, and I noticed I had been like irritated all day. And I just was like, just been irritated, and I don't even know how I was feeling, but it wasn't good. It wasn't peace. And I was just sitting there, and this just like came out of me like the Holy Spirit. Like I was just like, hold the phone. A lie I was believing, that I realized right then, was that I'm not doing enough for God. Like, oh, you could be doing more. You could blah 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 blah. And I was just like believing all these things for like weeks, and I just noticed how much it was hindering. Looking back, it was hindering my relationship with Him, because I'm like, oh well, I could be doing more. I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough. And I don't know, make you feel like you don't want to do anything, I guess, but that's the way that the enemy works. But it was just a lie. And so out of me, I'm like, hold the phone. That is such, I am this and that. And, I just started like speaking over myself, like the truths that God tells us, And so I was like, today when I was doing my stuff with Him, I was like, well, what are like other things that we believe that I believe that just aren't true? And that's when I saw the file cabinet. And to take it a little bit further, see, how do I explain this? Help me, Holy Spirit. Okay, yeah, thank you. How do those things, those papers get in there? The beliefs, how do they get in there? Well, they get in there through our experiences, through life experience, whether it's when you were a kid, just everyday life. You're just, having more experiences, and that's how they get in there. That's how the lies get in there, is like things that happen to us. And so then, now, God's so amazing the way that He did this, because I'm a musician and I play music, I write music, so this is I guess it's an analogy that He gave me. So it's not just like lies written on the paper, right? No. There's music. There are music notes. It's sheet music written in there. And so you gotta think, these experiences wrote the sheet music, wrote the lies, the bad notes. And then we all have record players in our head. And these are like you just kind of let your head play, You're not necessarily thinking, like when you talk out loud, you have to say, I am talking out loud. Your head, you don't really do that. It just kind of, spins, okay? So we have record players in our head, and they just kind of spin. And you don't really notice, like, it's just like if you had music playing in your house. Maybe you're just cleaning, you're watching your kids, you're doing whatever you're doing, and you just know that there's something playing. You're not really paying attention to what's playing, what it's saying. And so we have these lies in our file cabinet, these sheet musics. And the sheet music gets put onto this record that's just constantly spinning and playing. You don't really even notice it. But just like music is so, it's so influential. Music, period, is influential. But like rap music or just bad music can make you have thoughts that just aren't, And so what I'm getting at here is our experiences write the music, and then the music is on the player. And if we're not careful, if we don't focus, if we don't pay attention to what's playing on that record constantly, it's going to hinder our relationship with God. And not just with God, but people in our everyday life, okay? So whatever experience made me believe when I was a kid that I wasn't doing enough, because I always feel like I'm not doing enough, not just with God but with everything. I always feel like, oh, I could be doing more. I've always been like a really hard worker, and like, oh, I could be doing more. I don't want to, I want to be the best, and blah 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 blah. So whatever happened when I was little, probably to make me believe that, and then it was written on that sheet music, and then I guess it's like the enemy just pulls out whatever he wants, because enemy's been around your whole life. Enemy's been around your family's life. They know your whole family lineage and your history and everything. Like he could just pull out, what he wants. And so don't give him the power to do that. And so I just have a vision of just sitting at that file cabinet like as a little girl with Jesus sitting there with me. And he's just taking out these files, this sheet music, one by one. No, that's a lie. And just throwing it out, just doing that with everything. And so I prayed that we could just do that. We could just go through that sheet music together and throw out all the lies. And so, I just wanted to share that because I feel like that would speak to a lot of people. And, I'm sure everybody believes lies. Like, this maybe just deep down that you don't really know you're believing. And so, I don't know. I guess pray about it. Ask God what lies you're believing. I hope this spoke to you, and I don't know, leave me a comment if this made any sense or not. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go now. Thanks for watching.